was born in Detroit, Michigan, and I grew up for the majority of my childhood years just outside of Detroit in Warren, Michigan.
I was born in Detroit, and I spent most of my time growing up in Redford, Michigan. I moved there when I was about 9.
I grew up in Adrian, Michigan. It's only about maybe 45 minutes away from here, so it's relatively close.
I was the 8th child of 10, growing up in a family that was already really struggling to support itself. My mother, she had a psychological condition that led to very abusive behavior.
My mom passed away when I was 15, and I want to say a few months after that, I was in foster care. I had people telling me that I needed to do certain things and I couldn't live with my sister anymore.
I would wake up to certain nights where I would have to think about my mom and whether she was okay, because I would hear like fighting and screaming coming from the other end of the household. And I just remember just being so scared, and that stuff stays with you for a long time. It never really truly goes away.
It was very much more of a depressing culture. Either you dropped out of school, you tried to get into the automobile industry. There wasn't an emphasis on education by any means.
It was a moment that I thought I wasn't going to finish high school, I wasn't going to make it. But I knew that I had to keep moving, and I was determined to come to Michigan, so I did it.
Going into, I guess, 2 different school districts and just trying to stay focused on academics and realize that I don't have to allow the circumstances to define what I'll become.
I went on an 8th grade field trip actually to help get us thinking a little bit more about college. And I remember, coming to this campus the first time, just being completely amazed by everything that I saw, right at that instance, I knew I wanted to be a Wolverine, so I had to come to this college.
Like 3 or 4 in the morning, I was up doing homework, and I said, you know what, let me go check my Wolverine Access and see, if they have, accepted decision on there yet. And I go on there and it says view decision. I said, oh my gosh. I sat there for a good 3 to 5 minutes sitting there saying, okay, wait, Kelly, you have to open this thing. It
was one of the happiest days of my life, and that is no understatement either, because just seeing the whole congratulations you're in, I still have the email.
I came back to school saying, wait a minute, I'm able to be at Michigan. I'm expected to do so much more, so I just came back to school very grateful for the chance to have an education.
My mom was a U of M alumni. She graduated in 1977 from here, and since I was 5 years old, I wanted to come here. The day before my mom died, I told her I will go to Michigan, I will become a doctor, I still will do everything I said I was going to do, and I'm doing that.
Education is so fundamental for anybody and just for everyone across the globe. With education, you're able to really discover not just things about yourself, but a greater sense of humanity around you. I feel people, they get so lost and tied up in the issues and problems that they have during day-to-day life.
It's amazing that I've made it this far, and that I'm going to graduate from the University of Michigan with a degree and even go to Harvard Medical School, something I didn't think was even possible. And then having to reflect back on the entire journey and see how much of a privilege and how lucky I got along the way to be here. How lucky I got to have the mentorship, to have people encourage me along the way, to have financial assistance when I got to Michigan, and then to realize that that's what I need to pursue in my future career, is to be able to give back in the same way.